Hey guys, Bailey here. Today I'm going to be putting together a Seatsmith Windsor chair kit. I did this entire project in one day and I'm pretty excited to share it with you. Here we go. First, we're going to run through the main components of the kit. We've got the backrest here, and then we've got 4 legs numbered 0, 1, 2, and 3. Then we've got the 2 larger back spindles, 4 equal-sized dowels. The kit comes with 8, but you only need 4 of these wedges to assemble the chair. And then lastly, we've got the seat. I had previously made this template to get the large rounded corners that I want for the shape of my seat. Using a flush trim router bit, I copied the shape of the template in a 1/4 inch deep channel onto the seat. Heading over to the bandsaw, I remove most of the material before I take it over to the router table. Using another flush trim bit, I follow the templated area to really clean everything up. Using a template I made earlier, I copied this shape onto both sides of the backrest. Then, I head right back to the bandsaw to cut just outside of that line. I cut just outside of the line so that I could come back to this belt sander and really clean everything up nice and precise. Now, we're back to the router table to get the edge profile for both the seat and the backrest. On the bottom side of the seat, I'm using a 5/8 inch roundover bit to complement the large corners on the front side. I switched over to a smaller roundover bit for the top of the seat and also for the backrest. With everything just about ready for the glue up, I sanded each component to 180 grit because it's much tougher to do that once it's all assembled. Next, I began to organize all of the parts for the glue up. Each leg is marked with 0, 1, 2, or 3 dots. This correlates to dots on the bottom of the chair because each leg has a specific position that it has to sit in. Starting with the legs, I pushed them as far as I could into position from the bottom side. Ensuring to keep the leg perpendicular to the ground, I tapped each leg until they were all the way in. I ratchet strapped the chair down to a workbench to keep it secure while I drew the rest of the glue up. I cleaned up the glue seams with a wet toothbrush and a rag and then tapped in the wedges. Next, I glued in the 2 big back spindles, the 4 dowels, and then on goes the backrest. Using 2 clamps and my angled clamping blocks, I secured down the backrest. If the dowels are a tight fit in the backrest, they do say that it's easier to put the dowels in the backrest, the big spindles into the seat, and then assemble it that way. The clamping time for Type Bond 3 is supposed to be just 30 minutes, but I made sure to give this a few hours before coming back, popping the clamps off, and then hitting it with the Japanese pull saw. I popped out my orbital sander just to clean up any of the areas that I nicked with my pull saw. In one last step before applying the oil, I sanded anywhere that I had raised the grain while cleaning the glue squeeze out. Now, I think we're ready to apply some oil. The product that I'm applying is Easy Solo by Ligna. This is a hard wax oil and it does a great job at bringing all of the beauty out of the grain. Lastly, I'm going to tap in the 4 felt pads that were provided into the end of each leg. Now let's take a look at this final product. From the super solid wedge tenon joinery that's going to last generations to the beautiful figure in this Sapele, I could not be happier with how this chair turned out. A big thank you to my friends over at Seatsmith. I've been super apprehensive to take on a chair project, and this one was tons of fun, and it has totally inspired me to do another chair project here in the future. It is amazing how just a slight change to the angle on the backrest or the edge profile on the seat makes such a big difference. But here's a few of the chairs that were put together by the guys over at Seatsmith. These are the same kit that I got in various different woods. If you guys do want to see some more videos, please subscribe to my channel. And if you liked what you saw today, a like and a comment definitely couldn't hurt. Thank you very much.